Hello, everybody. Welcome to Ohio Anime. This is our anime. I don't know which format to choose here. We're going all over the place. Get one of them sorted.
Ooh, I don't know about that.
No, we got
That's
it.
good.
Welcome, everybody. Ohio gozaimasu. Irashaimase. Welcome in. We're going to have another fun anime podcast tonight, and we've got an extra surprise guest. Welcome, Chris, along with Andrea and Phil.
Hello.
Figuring out mic stuff.
Me?
Phil, you got Phil, you got a new background here. I see you got a special banner. You got your banner.
A little banner. Yeah. Thought I'd make a nice little backdrop. Just me. I just always throw new stuff at you.
Changing it up.
See what I got here, John? My microphone.
Oh, nice. It looks like a digital asset. Like it's just laid on top there. It doesn't even look
like a little
like
shark, babe.
Yeah. No, that's
Sexy
awesome.
Shark girl.
There. Very nice.
Look at those legs.
Like and you got a cat
shark model.
You.
Sorry?
You got a cat Mario behind you too. That's good.
It's a Tanuki, John. Are you a millennial or what? Jeez.
Oh, it's the Tanuki one? Okay. Yes, excellent. Well, welcome all. Let's see this. Can we hear Chris and Andrea?
Hello.
We're trying.
Yes.
Can.
Is it working?
What's with the specs, Chris? Sometimes when you wear glasses.
Oh, yeah, blue. Sorry, I was doing work. Blue glasses.
Oh, sure. They look like, make you look very classy.
Can I pull it off?
College professory.
When my eyes go old, can I pull it off?
Yeah, for sure. They look good.
People said like the truth of the matter is everyone looks better with glasses.
That's probably true.
I don't know if that's true or not.
I don't know.
I think they can be a nice fashion, like a nice accessory to your look. But as someone who wore glasses from the time he was old, you are in 5th grade to when I get LASIK, guys, like 5 years ago or so.
4 or 5.
5, 6, maybe. It's been a while, I guess now. But it's so nice to not have to wear glasses or contacts, and I wear sunglasses and stuff, but I like not having to wear glasses. It's a huge pain. So
I understand.
You guys have to wear glasses. You know what I'm talking about. John, Andrea?
Indeed.
Contacts? John, you wear contacts, right?
I know I did. I got LASIK years ago.
Oh, right.
So,
right. You got LASIK like right before our wedding. Because I remember like our rehearsal dinner or like one of the fittings or something. I remember walking through Target and you were like, in case my eyes look really red, I'm not stoned. I'm not super drunk. I got LASIK.
Yeah.
I definitely
at least that's not why his eyes were red.
Right. Yes. It's I definitely made the mistake of walking around large open. My eyes were getting watery thinking about it. Large open spaces like the mall and Target stuff shortly after, and that was a problem. So I felt like I had something in my eye, but I learned something with this that when you're
Gesundheit.
Yeah, he's struggling.
John is struggling.
Yeah, well.
Okay, well, there he is. You're frozen kind of a weird. Yeah, you're good now.
The thunderstorm the thunderstorm is affecting your internet access, John.
I guess. I don't know. It shouldn't. I got too many things going on at once, I suppose. But
That's right.
yeah, when your eyes
Maybe,
your
maybe
little blood vessels constrict underneath it, and it makes you feel like you have something stuck in your eye, and it's just like
Yeah.
a extended blood vessel and whatever.
That's unpleasant. Yeah. But you had glasses. You know what it's like to have to wear glasses or contacts. I mean, it's kind of a pain. But I do agree they look good.
I
Well, a lot
still
of people.
do.
Yeah. Andrew does. Lame person.
Yeah, I am hoping to find a person who is willing to operate on my wonky eyes with my
I'll do it.
far-sighted
I mean,
and
for half the
nearsighted.
price that a surgeon would charge you.
Oh my gosh, thank you. No,
I mean,
can't do that
it's probably not that hard. It's like a laser.
For sure. For sure.
metal.
It's just like a laser in my eye. I totally trust you. Trust, vibes. Got it.
That's fine.
Mhm.
Let's get, I'll write I'll put it into Chat GPT. Like, please
Have it write a program for the
write a
laser.
program for LASIK with a laser pointer.
I don't think that's how that works.
It's a new
Doesn't
day,
create-
Chris.
It doesn't create new technology.
All right.
Well, tonight's episode is going to be a little bit different than a typical one. Normally, we'd have a show specifically that we're going to go through, but things have been busy. Andrew's been out of town. We've had, importantly for the show here, we had a convention, Anime DETOUR, that we all attended, and so that's what the show is going to kind of focus on. I don't want to make it too DETOUR specific for too long for people that have not been to Anime DETOUR or never will go to Anime DETOUR in the Twin Cities, that kind of thing. But we talk about a little bit about that, and then cons in general and what we think about them. This will have been Chris's first anime convention, so we'll kind of get his initial reactions there, and see what we think the convention scene is like, pros and cons, all that sort of thing. And then we'll talk a little bit about anime specifically, just because we did watch some anime while we were there, sample a few things. So but up front we have an extra surprise. Phil thought his only surprise was going to be that Chris is here, but Chris, you want to introduce this so I get prepared?
Well, we got Phil a gift, and it didn't quite arrive on time for Anime DETOUR, but it arrived the next day, and so I decided we would do the grand reveal live right here, recorded for everyone forever.
Do we want to explain that it was my birthday?
It was your birthday.
Yes, Phil's 40th birthday.
And that's why I ultimately
not just any birthday.
I had plenty of fun at con, but I probably wouldn't have gone if it didn't include conspiring for 8 weeks to surprise Phil on his birthday. So we'll talk more about that later. Cool. But let's get to this gift. Let's roll it.
Okay.
Roll it. Is it something to roll? Oh.
Yep. And I want to get, get a good. Oh, that was good here. Okay.
There it is.
Here we go.
What's up, Phil? This is Jamal Williams here, and I just want to say happy 40th birthday, my boy. Great to see you. I'm grateful for you to being alive. I appreciate you being a Packers fan. I'm grateful for you just watching my career and being part of that. I love being part of the Packers. It was one of my favorite times. Made me one of the professionals I am today. So, and I know you're devoted to anime. Appreciate you being a nerd just like me. Yeah. Know your favorite solo leveling, One Punch Man, Campfire Cooking, JJK. I'm going to have to get into them. I got to get back into JJK because that new season, I can't wait for it. So I'm going to get back to it right now. If you haven't watched one, watch Golden Kamuy if you've never watched it. You will love it. I promise you. And just know, and as a present for you, you're going to be getting a gift at Anime DETOUR, so be ready for that. I wish you nothing but a great, happy birthday. Wish you nothing but blessings and positivity, and keep giving out positivity too, like the great person that you are. So I appreciate you, Phil. Oh, and this was from Chris and Andrew. So they saying happy birthday to you too. I appreciate y'all. Appreciate you. Keep being great. Keep watching anime and stay nerd forever. Appreciate you.
That's really cool. I'll have to get the recording from you guys.
Yes.
I think we have like an echo here. Is that me?
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm doing that.
Hopefully it wasn't me. Whatever, but
Maybe it
Yeah,
was
I
with
think
me.
it was,
quiet during it.
I think
so.
it was the audio
okay.
spooling, catching up our audio, catching our mics. So
That was just super cool. Is that like through one of those?
Through Cameo.
Through Cameo, yeah.
Oh, Cameo. Nice. Oh, awesome.
We're
Thanks,
trying to-
guys. That was really cool.
We're trying to think of someone who could help wish you a happy birthday that kind of touched on a couple different areas of your interest.
For sure.
So.
That's awesome.
Happy
That's
birthday,
cool.
buddy.
Thank you. I really appreciate it. That's super cool.
Yeah.
Super cool.
40
Next time, have
years
him
and
come
40
to
years and
Anime
like
Detour
5
with
days.
us.
Well,
So-
you know, it's.
Well,
I don't think he's gonna do that.
We'll tag him in this pod.
Yeah.
We'll tag him in this podcast, and Jamal Williams, open invitation, come to
Next
Anime
year.
Detour next year.
Well, and we have the file, and so I have the rights to post it online if I want to. So we
Yes.
can
cool.
we can throw it up on social media and tag him and thank him for
a
popping
really cool
in.
message. Yeah,
So.
That's awesome. Yeah. No. Very cool. Very cool.
I love that he included a recommendation, and I
did.
never heard of that show, so I was just like,
I actually have heard of that show.
shut up,
Yeah.
no way.
And I've been like this close from trying it before. I heard about it like on a YouTube video where it's like 10 anime that maybe you haven't watched, but you really should because it's not as well known, but it should be because it's awesome. Like one of those kinds of like videos.
Okay.
Maybe like a little 5-minute clip per type of anime that maybe you haven't heard of or you haven't given a shot to, but it's really
Sure.
good. That's one of them that I've heard about in some of those types of podcasts or like YouTube videos. And it's like kind of an adventure political, I think maybe based in China. I've heard really good things, but I also think it's maybe kind of a slow burn. Like,
Sure.
so I think in the times I've thought about trying it, I'm like, I want something a little more action packed rather than like sleepy. But I mean, if Jamal Williams is recommending it, then obviously I have to give it a try.
I feel like
If
If it doesn't put you over the edge, I don't know what will.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
definitely.
I feel like it's got to be in the yes column now.
Right.
We
Awesome, very
tucked
cool.
that in, on the last second because of the other part of your gift, your active gift at Detour. We I decided to tuck in a recommendation if you had one.
Right. Wait, what?
I asked him to tuck in a recommendation if you had one after we had decided.
Yeah.
part of your gift.
No, very cool.
Yeah.
Awesome. Love it.
Well, there we are. If now everybody knows, if anyone else has any other anime nerds are out there, you can get a cameo from your
Former
favorite
Green Bay Packers,
celebrity.
Jamal Williams. Yeah.
I think we're gonna have to tag
Yeah.
the videos I sent you guys. Him talking about anime in
For
the
sure.
NFL interviews. I think we should
yeah.
include those. Yeah, in the
Sure.
post episode script.
Mm-hmm.
Very nice. Okay, let's get into some of our detour and convention talk. First thing I got listed just because Chris won't have as much input on this one, I suppose, unless he's been kind of watching along with Andrea at all. But
He has,
we've
actually,
been
yeah.
covering. Okay, we've been covering Tojima Wants to Be a Kamen Rider show, and so there happened to be a Kamen Rider panel at Anime Detour, and wanted to see what we learned from this panel, if anything, about Kamen Rider, because I know that was definitely one of Phil's first things. Is like, I want to know more now, and then, what do you know? Had a panel.
There's so many.
Yeah.
Like, I wasn't prepared for how long this show has been running in various iterations. I wasn't ready for like how much there is. Yeah. And I know
Agreed.
the guy who was running the panel, we ran into him on the stairwell, and he was so nice about being like, yeah, it's really overwhelming. But like start with this chunk, which is very manageable, which I thought was great because he just recognized that like, yeah, that's a lot. It's like somebody recommending Bleach or One Piece. You just look at it and you're like, oh Lord, how will I do this?
Right.
At least that's a continuous thing, though. This
Right.
is, I mean, though it continues
True.
in so many different series, you know, it's
And different
just-
times and different
Yeah.
like
Okay, so
production
maybe
companies and
it's
stuff.
maybe it's like recommending like the Fate Stay series.
Yes,
like
it's more like that.
Those are now like branching into so many different, like I still really love them, but they are branching into so many different iterations that it's kind of a little, a little much.
Yeah.
Sure.
Phil,
you learn anything different? Anything different you take away from that panel?
It was just no, I mean it was kind of what I thought it would be, I guess. Like just this whole, it's not just like, oh, it's like an anime based off of like a TV show that was popular for a few years in like the 70s, which is originally what I thought. But it's like an anime. I mean, it is that, but it's so much more than that. It's like an anime that was based off of a whole universe of shows that spans several decades, really. That is still like kind of ongoing. Like it seems like they're still putting out new seasons, or at least relatively recently have. So
yeah, they're seeing like every Saturday or something.
Yeah.
Episodes.
So I mean, it's like this huge. It's like bigger than like the what's the Power Rangers is based off of the Super Saiyan. Like I mean, that's also a whole big like universe.
Yeah.
Too, but it's like it's even bigger than that universe. But it's just the point the guy made was, it just never got to the same popularity heights as like the Power Rangers sort of leg of the same kind of bigger universe. It just never became popular in the West. So like a lot of Americans and people from the Western society are not super familiar with it. So it's cool. I don't think I would watch the show. Like I'd watch Tojima Wants to Be a Kamen Rider, but I don't think I would sit and like watch seasons of this like old, well, they're not all old, but like this style of like live action TV show probably. I think if I did, I would like it, but I think I probably have so many other things I prefer to watch before I got so desperate for content that I'm like, I'll watch some Kamen Rider from the 70s or 80s or 90s. I probably won't do it. Nor would I watch like the Power Rangers or like a Super Saiyan type show. So my last thought about that
Chris
panel
is offended.
Chris is a Kamen Rider fan from the womb.
Power Rangers, you offended my 8-year-old self.
Well, you wouldn't probably sit and watch Power Rangers now. I watched Power Rangers. I watched when I was a kid.
What?
He's like, I had to pause my episode to come do this stupid podcast.
Dude, the Power Rangers movie slaps. Any day of the week. Yeah.
Yes.
Nice.
Oh my
Yeah,
god.
I mean, collectibles are cool. Yeah.
Yes. That's,
So my
that's
last-
some childhood right there.
My last thought about my last sort of whatever, I can't think of the word. There's a word. Takeaway is that there are people that like the characters they kind of poke fun at on Tojima Must Be a Kamen Rider, like Tojima, like Tackle, and the people who are obsessed
V3.
fans. Like there were people there who I'm like, if they could become a Kamen Rider and fight Shocker, they probably would, because they are
Yes.
very
Absolutely.
obsessed. Like, including, I mean, the host was a nice guy, but including him. So it was like the host, and there's like 3 or 4 other dudes who I was like, whoa, you guys watch a lot of Kamen Rider, which is cool. I mean,
that
no
is
shame. I mean,
true.
there's nothing wrong with it, but I was just like, it's like
I do want to show.
Kojima isn't wrong. I mean, that guy for
I
sure.
can.
But just some of the guys. I mean, there's like 3 or 4 guys
There
that
it
would
is.
be like,
There it is.
nice.
There it is. This guy, like full on Kamen Rider Black, I think it
Well,
was.
it kind of went dark,
Yeah,
but
I
there you
got
go.
you.
Yeah.
I mean, real leather and everything going into this costume.
Yeah.
Like commitment.
He crushed it for sure. But then there was like guys who weren't necessarily dressed up, but they were like, well, isn't it actually true that like that happened in this episode of season 17 in 1984, not in that episode of season 7 1984? It's like, okay.
Or like, what do you think about the
having...
director's choice here to like,
right.
X, Y, and Z? And you're like,
right.
whoa.
Yeah. I mean,
we all have some stuff like that, but
yeah,
dang.
for sure. So they're having fun intellectual conversations about like, and I'm sure if I knew all they knew about the show, I'd be like, yes, totally. I'm 100% invested in this conversation. But I was like, okay, guys, it's like, you're like talking, you're like doing real shop talk in the weeds here. And for 80% of us probably are just like, you're over our heads here with, we don't know we're here because we watch the anime. So it was cool. It's fun to see huge fans of a particular genre of a fandom. So it was interesting. But I don't think I'm like going to become a Kamen Rider stan.
I have to John. Shocker.
John
Can't
is.
believe it. Terrible pun. I do have to say, if I was going to it would probably be the OG. I was actually pretty impressed with like the technical effects in that like fight around the super crane thing that they had, more so than the like redonkulous like, we're gonna change into a dinosaur, and this guy's gonna have his head like in another guy's butt, and we're like, haha, a dinosaur, like, you know what I mean, and then we're gonna jump super high and it's really terrible CGI. It's like I don't need none of that. Like just
like
the original one.
Like the scene at the beach where he was. That was fun. That really old.
That was kind of
really
cool.
Ones. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Old effects, but you were like, they were into it. They were really like, we're working hard to sell this, and you were just like, yeah, I will go with you.
Yeah, I would watch that. I mean, I wouldn't like seek it out probably, but I would definitely like watch it if someone was like, here's a Blu-ray with the first season of the original Kamen Rider. I'd be like, okay, I'll watch that.
Yeah.
I think it's to me, I guess the most analogous thing would be Doctor Who. When I think about it, you know, runs for so many years, kind of restarting with different doctors, and they always trying new stuff. And so some of that really works, and some of it really doesn't. And so if you kind of get passionate about that, you know, you're just sort of you're in for the ride, whether it's through the peaks and the valleys, you know. So
yeah, that's a great analogy.
It's the Kamen Rider panel. What we'll start with Chris. What was the favorite thing you did, or favorite thing about this con, being it was your first anime convention?
Interesting. I mean, I think from my perspective, like, it isn't that I like don't associate with like the nerddom of anime con like environment. Like, I play Pokemon Go every single day. The folks that I play with in our local area are
concerned for you.
I'm sure 50% of them go to con. It took 15 seconds in the door to bump into one of my former students. I didn't entirely know what to expect, but at the same time, I kind of like, it was exactly what I expected. I didn't know everything was going to be there, but I think for me, I mean, for me, con was kind of like the state fair. It's good people watching. It's high quality people watching.
Definitely.
Just seeing costumes, which I really enjoy looking at, because we dress up for the Renaissance Festival. Obviously hanging out and like learning little things. I enjoy. Probably my favorite part was enjoying the panel, even though it wasn't from an anime that I've really seen much of. But I still like, I didn't need to appreciate like the artistry that these people were talking about and their experience of being on Dan. And so am I like going to dive headfirst into the anime con like environment? I don't know, but it seemed like it was fun for me just to kind of observe. That was my role, which is not usually necessarily normal for like Renaissance Festival or whatnot.
Sure.
So.
That's the fun part about these though, is just like, you can, similar Renaissance Festival, you can, there's people who are like different levels of invested in the proceedings. Some people are like, I think there might be a person who works here. I can't really tell. They're so into it. Like, maybe they are. I don't know. Like, I think we've over the years gotten more to that side of things, where we're like, we have people like, remember there's a couple years like when we did, I mean, like certainly the Lord of the Rings year, we dressed as Lord of the Rings characters, but other years too, where people will be like, can we get our picture with you? Like our group, where we're like, because we just like dress up, we just go so hard now. Or there's certainly years where we went really hard and like, or like at our Viking. I mean, there's been many years, you guys, I don't need to recount them.
Oh yeah.
No. But
I liked Vikings.
there are certainly people there who are like, this is interesting and I'm here for it, but I'm like kind of more just like observing. I don't feel like I'm a part of it. even I've done Anime Detour now 3 years in a row, and I still don't feel like I feel like of two worlds. Like I feel like I'm part of it, but also I'm like, oh, I'm not like as into it as some of the people here are into it.
Yeah.
Like I still dress up. I'm not like dressed up the whole
Yes.
time. And granted, this is a weekend, and Renfest is a day usually, but so because it's like, yeah, it's good people watching, get all sorts of people. And at Renfest too. But what I like about these sorts of environments is they're so, as far as I can tell, they're just some of the most like accepting places for like all people. Like really anybody, even if you're generally like don't feel like you're accepted in a lot of places or might feel like kind of on the fringes in terms of like I don't know, interacting with the general public or like socially kind of, I just think there's something about being able to dress up, and everyone is just very kind and accepting, I think, of people from all walks of life, which is really a fun dynamic and really refreshing because you don't get that everywhere. So I really like that. It's like I think it's anybody can go and be comfortable, really.
Yeah. I kind of liken that to like I mean we played Pogo together at the very beginning. Andrew participated and like we started showing up to some of these in-person events with people who were like, this is a group of 15 people that have dramatically different lived experiences.
Oh yeah.
But we have this one thing in common. So there's like a little bit of, I know exactly what you mean. There's kind of a vulnerability to it for being there and like being in a public space and saying like, this is a thing that I really enjoy. And also like it's simultaneously like just like affirming in like an equitable way. Like everyone's here for the same reason. We've all accepted that this is cool to us and super not cool to others. And also that's why it's cool. And that's why it's ours.
Yeah.
And so like that, like the environment is really cool that way.
Yeah. So
there's something nice about not feeling defensive about when you say you like something that, like other people can sometimes sort of look at you like interesting and they mean it like a little bit patronizingly.
Right.
And there's something nice about just
you're serious. Cool.
Right,
cool.
Exactly. Like they want to be nice about it, but you can tell they're sort of like judging you, and you're just sort of like, okay, thank you. I mean, thanks for trying.
Right.
But there is something nice about just being in a space, just being like, I like this thing, and everybody's like, cool, genuinely cool.
Yeah.
Like it might not be my thing, or it might be my thing. Surprise! Like we could talk about it.
Yeah.
But everybody in general is just like, yeah, awesome. Willing to hear like your enthusiasm, willing to hear your proudly stated like of whatever.
Yeah,
it's a really nice environment.
Yep, that's very cool.
Yep, I agree. It's when I started going, anime was much. I mean, it was still a deal, but it was much smaller than it is now, for sure. And so, on top of everything you said, it was kind of the shock of finding like so many people gathered in one place.
Yeah, sure,
for sure,
are invested in this kind of thing. And so, I guess some of that has gone away as it's become more mainstream. But
sure,
yeah. I think we're all kind of like, coming to a consensus around like the people. Like it's really, a great group of people.
For sure.
It's one of my favorite things, like the random conversations that can spark from like just stopping somebody being like, I love your outfit, or like, I can tell the work you did on this. That's super impressive. Or wow, you really said something that, whatever. Or you see somebody that you're just, you turn around in a line at a panel or a party or whatever, and they're just like, oh, hey, like, let's chat. Totally cool. No pressure. Or like when we were in the game room learning about that like crazy piano game.
Yes.
That this guy we were standing next to, we were just like sort of talking to each other and being like, oh, what is this? Like, how do you do this? Oh my God, this is so impressive. And he's like, hey, I'd love to tell you about this. This is a tournament. We practice at, this mall because it's the only one that has this like gaming console. And he just like couldn't have been nicer about being like, welcome, we're having this tournament and let me tell you about this stuff. It's really cool. And I just really like that. I really like that, volunteering of like, come on in, let me show you something and maybe you love it too. So
very cool. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, you get people that, mentioning like social awkwardness and stuff that in other spaces would not approach someone. But
Yes.
being you have the shared common
Yep.
people to do this, if you have some sort of interest, jump in and do that because like there's a account I follow that has a big James Bond channel and stuff, and they do these events and whatever, and you get people together and you can immediately just with all these different people, as you have the one thing in common. You've seen all that and whatever you're investing in that. So
true.
Yep.
True. And then you also sometimes get people who they're like, I want to wear a furry costume, but most places I can't wear that in a socially acceptable way.
True.
And so they're able to, just like in an accepting crowd, and that's cool. Like, good for them. I know some people who we won't name any names.
Well,
who aren't on this podcast right now, feel that is weird.
I will say there was I don't know when it started, but it's been a long time. I will say I do think that there should be an element of, because in order to keep everybody that's there, that we know they have the same shared interest, there's some level of gatekeeping that needs to be enforced. Because it's like if you all of a sudden start involving too many different facets of something, you're diluting what the thing is. It's an anime convention. So like people do it and they can obviously cosplay as things that aren't from anime. Sure. But to me, I won't do that. I'm not going to do that. If it's not from Japanese culture, it's not from anime. I'm not going to go there. Sure. Obviously people can, but that's not what I'm going to do, because it dilutes the the core essence of what we're there for. And so you get different communities involved. There was a year, I think maybe a couple years ago, where a lot of the people that were there were voice actors from a show that was not anime, not even close. You can't even make the argument that it's anime. And that was a lot of people that were the voice actors. And like, I'm not sure why you got an invite.
It was like Seth MacFarlane and the Family Guy cast.
No, but it might as well have been,
Oh, don't get John started on anime versus animated.
Sometimes my critiques.
Isn't that what it stands for?
Oh God.
Yeah, I mean, like, I don't mind playing fast and loose with the rules a little bit, as they already do. But there needs to be a limit then, because you start going crazy, and then we're just gonna have comic fans complain about this with comic cons. Sure. Because comic cons were for comic book artists and creators and fans of comic books. Yeah. And so you'd have all the artists there, and they'd be drawing different stuff and doing book signings and all sort of thing. Now what are comic cons? Now you go to New York Comic Con and you look for the comic book parts. It's all the media coverage and everything is about Hall H and whatever, waiting for the movie stars to come on and to talk about some new movie. It is not the thing it was. Sure. So anime cons need to be defended in the same way. Like you can invite other, like they're welcoming to everyone that loves anime, and the content needs to be about anime. And of course, then it's manga and Japanese culture, and it's like those close neighboring things. But
yeah, no, for sure, I get it, because you have they're all like all these big conventions that are in the whole like umbrella of like this is like the nerd sphere, nerddom, like you got like fantasy stuff, you got like comic book stuff, you got like Gen Con, it's like tabletop gaming. And I think a lot of these different conventions, I mean, yeah, you're right, if it gets too watered down, they're all just going to be all the same thing. Like,
because we do have those things. We have NerdCon, we have Twin Cities Con. It's like anything like that, whatever.
Sure. So, which is fine if it's just, but
yeah, it's a different thing then.
Yeah. I mean, I get it, because like, I mean, we've already been talking about the Renaissance Festival. Like sometimes you see people dressed up in a costume, and it's just like, but it's not. It's not even like adjacent,
right? Like when Marty came as Tape Face. Yeah.
I mean, not to call him out like that. I wasn't actually thinking of Marty, but yeah, I know. Sorry, Marty. But I mean, a little bit. Like it was sort of like I enjoyed it.
There's always Waldos walking around and Links and like, okay, well that's not Renaissance.
Link, you can like he's sort of like loosely if you blink real hard. Do you know what I mean?
Well,
Jedi
if we've done Lord of the
Knights,
Rings, that's Lord
right,
of the Rings
exactly.
is
Lord of the
also
Rings,
not Renaissance,
right? But like we're trying. We're like
Renaissance period. What?
We're evoking an era. You know what I mean? There's an idea there that's sort of loosely tied to. But, when you start getting into, like you said, like, where's Waldo? Like, you can't even, there's no, like, tenuous threads you can pull on there.
Sure, yeah.
I don't disagree with John, but I also just think that, like, it's impossible to go backwards, right? Like, I think there's a component here where, like, we just finished talking about this, that like, this is a place where people come to be with others who are like-minded and they do care about the content, and it is something that is important to them, but also they, like, these things are, of course, also driven by, like, money and interest, and they're going to tap the resources where they can, and but yeah, it's just like it's a safe space for people to be nerds, and I think that's same with Renaissance Festival and anime conventions, and I think it's on the planners. To your point, John, it's on the planners to make sure that the speakers are aligned in that way, and the panels are aligned in that way, and that the merchants are prioritized. It's always going to be 70-30.
Yeah.
Sure.
Just like Renaissance Festival is, just like I'm sure I haven't been to a Comic-Con, but just like I'm sure Comic-Con is. Like, I was having a ball playing Ninja Turtles on a original Nintendo. That's got nothing to do with anime. I mean, I guess it's Japanese adjacent, but it's I don't
Yeah, it's
I don't
Japanese,
think the purists would call. I don't think TMNT is probably perceived, especially the video game, is perceived as close enough to fit that definition. So but it's just
that's why
it's tough.
Like you say, it doesn't go backwards. So that's why I do think that's it's already there's a lot of latitude given. So that's where it's like it should be considered each time you make another step that way, because it's not going to go back. And what you'll end up having then is if something becomes too diluted, maybe too big because it's casting too wide a net, then you get different concept pop up and they start over. And it'd be a shame if they had to do that, but that's what ends up happening is like the big ones start losing their luster, and then a small one pops up. Right now it's 2,000, 3,000 people instead of 6,000+. So
I do think, however,
I mean,
that's okay. I do think, really quick, there's a rich history of the occasional rando dressing as something completely not related to the con, like the Waldo or the anime character at a Comic-Con, or vice versa, or so just saying,
they do get noticed.
Yeah, you got to have a couple of those, or the Tate face at Renfest. Maybe not that one.
Yeah. Ironically, they do get noticed. Ironically, perhaps for Waldo.
Right.
But I think we could all agree that it is hard to like find a balance, because I mean, even like you said, when saying like, we want to be open and accepting, you said like, we're all coming in a like-minded space because we like something, we share a like, and it should, the essence of that should be still there at the end of the day. Like, I don't want to say like hard and fast, nobody can deviate from, anime, or like nobody can do anything else, or if you like anime you can't also dress up as something that isn't.
Sure.
But I would hope that because it's called Anime Detour, people are coming because that's what they like.
Sure.
In some form or fashion, and do want to talk a little bit about that.
Certainly. And to your point,
so it
John,
is, it's just like hard to find a balance.
Like, I'm gonna generally participate in a way that's pretty closely related to the thing I'm going to. But if other people don't want to, you're right. I mean, I'm going to do about it. But yes, I do hope that generally people hew to the theme of the gathering.
Right.
Ideally.
Right.
Yep. Okay, let's talk about somebody we saw a favorite cosplay at all. If someone has a pick there.
I don't remember seeing one. Dana, what was your favorite cosplay at anime convention?
lot of really good Don to Don characters this year.
A lot of good Don to Don characters, Dan said. There was like 1,000 Momos. Of the 6,000 plus people there, 1,000 of them were...
A lot of Momos.
Yeah, so...
Wow.
Yeah, I wish I...
Oh, Dana said she saw Timmy and Tommy from Animal Crossing, for all of you Animal Crossing fans out there. So...
Yeah, I wish I would have saved
Animal Crossing, you know Timmy and Tommy, obviously.
My boys.
I mean, I actually don't know him really, but
I have no idea.
No
idea. No, I wish I would have saved my Don to Don cosplay for this year. That would have been super fitting because I would have been very different.
I love Sui,
but I know I loved Sui. Yeah. This was perfect.
Yours was my favorite.
Yeah, I think
it was very fun being a bubble. Like people were just like, woo, like hey.
That's super fun.
Yeah.
That's a better one. Yeah.
So cute.
Yeah. Thank you. That was a good Sakamoto.
There was quite a few, even though I don't love, I just didn't end up loving Sakamoto days for reasons I can't even quite put my finger on. There was a lot of this Sakamoto that were cool.
Yes. Good Maki.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and that relates to your favorite cosplay, right, Andrew, that you saw?
Yes, it does. I saw a really great Chose from JJK. Just like the hair, the outfit, like the perfect lines. He even had that sort of like half sleepy look on his face. Yeah, I don't know. Like he facially looked like Chose. Yeah.
Sure.
And I just caught him like going crossways on an escalator and saw him. It was just like, wow, that was perfect. Everything about his cosplay was absolutely perfect. So he was one of my favorites.
This was the best Momo and Okuru I saw. So you said there was a whole bunch of them.
I saw better. I saw better Momos than that.
No way.
I think so.
Both John and I were saying
no.
But it didn't happen.
Well, both John and I were saying like her hair, like because it wasn't a wig, like very naturally was like the same as Momo's. I really liked that.
That's true.
Yes,
that's true. All right, you got me there.
The costumes are popular because they're regular clothes. You can get regular
they're
clothes.
They're easy to do. Yeah.
Yes, but so many people, they don't resemble the characters, or they would go too literal with a wig.
Yeah.
Try to go too literal with a wig, and it was unnecessary. So this is the first one I saw. It was a couple, so it was together, and they both look great. So this is my pick for best of the.
All right, that's a good.
I love the woman behind them.
Hi, photobomb.
Hi,
I'm part of this.
Yeah.
She's never seen a camera before.
I saw some. I'm not current on the show, but I saw some really cool late series decus from My Hero Academia that were like people went all out. There's like a couple of them. I didn't take pictures, but I was like, these are good. It's like when he has like a bigger like face mask thing. I've seen like stills from the show and stuff for the more updated ones.
Ooh, that's a cool shot, John. Good job.
It's really cool. It's very creepy.
And replace the background.
Creepy.
Background there. Got mine in there. Nanami.
Very nice, Nanami.
Thirst trap Nanami.
That's right.
It like
the Play-Doh bed behind me.
Random women just like lusting after you at the con. You didn't even know.
After I sent that reel, John, I expect you to be a DJ and just like whirl your tie around.
Yeah. Okay.
John's like, okay, shh.
There was this point in time, John. It was just John and I. We were together at the con, and I forget I forget where we were going, but there was some lady. I'm not going to describe her. I can't remember exactly, but she was just like, "Love your Nanami costume or Nanami fit or whatever," she said, and John's like, "Oh, thanks," and we walked on, and I was just like, "She was dressed as Nanami too." He's like, "I know."
Well,
sounds cool. Sounds good.
Well, It would have been
Ooh,
sounded
cool.
awkward if I lied. Okay, it would have sounded awkward if I
That's
lied
fine,
on the
John.
spot.
It all happened pretty fast too. It's all
It
good.
wouldn't have, John.
Just wanted to drag you online. That's fine. I mean,
Mhm.
no, I'm kidding.
Yeah.
That's really good. I remember seeing her.
Yeah.
Yep.
I don't remember what that's
And
from.
for our next special guest, we found this person. Here she is.
She's pissed.
Now I'm appreciating her
grudge.
costume, damn it.
She's holding a
Who
grudge.
sent you the link? Yeah.
She won't take it
No,
off.
I
this is
got her to do a cameo
Milanoe
for you, John. Actually.
from Hades 2. So
Sorry, who's it?
Milanoe from Hades 2. So, point in
Oh,
case,
right.
a number of these cosplays I've shown have nothing to do with anime. So this one
Yep.
included.
Hades 2 is a sweet game, though. Or well, I shouldn't say
Yes.
that. Hades 1 is a
It
sweet
is.
game. I can only imagine that Hades 2 is also a sweet game.
Yeah, I was gonna say
Yes.
I haven't played Hades 2, but Hades 1 is very fun.
Yeah. Who's this? Who are those two? Good looking people.
Aw.
That's me and my
Nice.
wife.
That's a nice ladle.
Cute.
Thank you. I bought that ladle myself. It's our actual ladle, and I bought it at Daiso, Japanese
Yes.
Nice. Okay. Yeah.
dollar
Daiso.
store
Yep.
thing.
Very
I have one
nice.
in my suburb, so there,
Or as my 3-year-old
tried-
calls it, the pink store.
the pink store. Mm-hmm. It's
Tried
right
to
by the
have
boarding
just,
store, which my kids call the liquor store. So
So yeah, any other cosplays that stood out to people that were really their favorites?
no, I don't think so.
Okay.
Dude, I've costume.
We can move on from there with
There were, I mean, like as a
Yeah.
like side note, there was a group of girls who dressed up as all the evolutions of Eevee,
Mm.
but like ball gowns.
Yeah,
It wasn't
I saw
like a
them, yeah.
true cosplay, but they were very dedicated to like the ornate style that they were projecting together, and I love that they traveled as a group.
Yeah,
I thought they were really fun. Like
I
they
think
were
that's
they
a
were
Yeah.
fine form of cosplay. It
right,
doesn't
like
have
they
to
were
be,
really
like-
they were really dedicated to that, and like I said, the costumes were very ornate and
That's cool.
all in like the theme of whichever evolution they had picked, and I thought
Mhm.
that was really fun.
I don't think I saw that, but it sounds cool.
It was on our way to the Don panel, and they
Mm.
were, I think they were headed to the exhibit hall, and I
Mm.
just like watched them pass in a kind of line
Mm.
of all of them, and that was really cool.
It's cool.
That
Nice.
is the
Okay.
benefit of a group cosplay. It really can kind of elevate
Mhm.
everyone.
Yes, when you're all together, it just feels like the whole thing picks up because everybody's, committed equally.
Yeah. It's great when your whole group is willing to do the same show. It's awesome. It's great when it works out that way.
Okay.
Phil is so feisty today.
Doesn't usually for me, but
Dang.
I'm kidding, John. It's fine. I'm not salty about it.
Oh, Phil's
There'd be only so many characters from Vampire.
There's a lot. Dora-chan.
You could be a
Ashley could've
tiny
been-
miniature
Ashley could have
dragon.
been Dora-chan, and you could have been the eccentric elf dragon lover.
Oh,
That's true.
yeah.
Could've been.
The guild master. He's
Could've been.
fun.
He's super fun. I could have lent you my Legolas wig, John.
True.
Phil, I think you would.
Could have used your Faramir cloak.
I think you could have been the merchant who really likes the soap. I think you should. That's who you should be. You've got his energy.
Oh my god, it actually could have been your wife.
Yeah.
That's the biggest
Who
insult.
really
you've
likes
ever said.
Yes.
bathtubs?
Yeah.
That's your energy.
He's like
Phil.
a rotund fellow, I think. I didn't
Yeah,
realize
but that's not the point. It's just he's so jovial. He's constantly like
Your energy, Phil.
energy.
energy.
Sure. Okay, fair enough.
Just saying.
We did sample a few anime at this anime convention. Kind of,
We
it
did.
really changed. I mean, again, back in the day, anime conventions heavily featured video rooms.
rooms.
They have
Mhm.
many
Sure.
of them, and they'd be pretty on task. And now this year it's basically down to one. And it makes sense because accessibility to anime back in the day was not what it is now.
Yeah.
And a lot of people going to the conventions are going to the conventions because not for lack of discovery, Like, oh, what anime should I watch? It's everything else around it. So it makes sense, but we put on a few different shows, sampled some different stuff in the room, eating or whatever, So
well, it's so much more. Just sorry, John, to interrupt you and agree with you. It's so much more like when we can just put on like whatever we want and stream it through our phones from Crunchyroll or whatever streaming service. We can watch virtually anything we want, and then you're in the comfort of your own hotel room. You can chat, you can eat, you can like joke around, you can have some drinks and stuff. You're not sitting in like a conference chair in a room with like AC blowing on your neck, and you're like, oh, it's like anybody sweatshirt. So I mean, it's just why would anybody go and watch like these and then you don't get to pick what you can watch.
It was the communal element of it.
I'm gonna just insert my rookie but also apparently unpopular opinion. That was my number one complaint, honestly.
Hanging out in the room too much?
No. Just that there wasn't like I went to an anime convention to kind of like dip my toe in the water, and like I didn't see an anime. For what we put on the screen. We went to like the music videos, and those are cool and like interesting, but like I don't know those anime, and I don't know the story, and so it's like, okay, well that's a thing, and what am I supposed to do? Like Google the characters I see and try to figure out who's who. So as a rookie, like actually like the viewing rooms, I think is, I mean, to John's, I don't know, it's not really a counter to what John said, but like if you want to grow your community, you got to pull people in.
Sure.
And you're there, but you don't like everyone's just doing their own thing. Yeah. There's no like stimulus to like grow interest in other things.
What they should do is sorry, go ahead, Andrea.
No, I was just gonna say I'm kind of in the middle of this. Like I kind of agree with Phil in that I liked the low stakes of just like throwing on an anime in our room together while we were, having some ramen. We could chat, or like some of us like might have been more into it or less into it, but we could feel free to like make a joke or something without, sometimes the video room can feel like full of pressure to be silent or not sleep.
Sure.
With their very descriptive rules. So I kind of liked the ease of watching it in the room together, because I do like the community feeling, but I don't like too much pressure of like, oh my God, we are like 50 of us sitting in rows and like nobody move, nobody make a sound.
Sure.
But to Chris's point, I thought he had a very great suggestion when we were talking about, what he enjoyed or didn't about DETOUR. And he was like, I would really love to see a panel where they bring in an expert or, a voice actor or a producer or a sound tech guy, whatever. And they show you one episode of an anime and they're like, here's what it was like to make this. Or here's a funny story as a sound engineer about like this scene. It was super challenging. There was like screaming from all the voice actors, and I had to like, like moderate or modulate all the voices.
Yeah.
Like something like that where you get introduced to the anime a little bit without being like, boy, I have to watch this whole series. But also it's not nothing. It's not, you just have to go in knowing it already. So I thought that was kind of like an interesting mix of, being like, hey, a nod to people who might not know this without, detracting hopefully too much from people who have been like, I watched this whole season.
Sure. Yeah. Yeah. I love that. That's great. That's a great thing. I was also thinking they might pull more people in to watch different anime, like in viewing rooms, if they made it more of a thing. They have them like shunted off into like the smallest, like least used rooms, like off the like artist gallery, and I feel like it's like it's like one step up from rolling the TV and VCR in on a cart in your elementary school in 1997. So it's just
that's
like,
how they used to do it.
How old are you again?
I'm 40. We already talked about this.
Just want to get it for the record.
I do remember like an early con that I went to, and it was literally like a TV with a DVD player rolling in the room.
Yeah.
Oh God, that brings me back.
Like, I mean, I know they have stuff for like the big, like they should find like one of the bigger like auditorium type rooms and put up like a big screen and show like, but just
have a movie party.
Yeah,
or
show
something?
like the new Demon Slayer movie and show the new Chainsaw Man movie and stuff. Make it like where people actually want to go and like experience an anime that's like currently popular on the big screen together as a huge group. Like that would be cool.
I feel like John has thoughts about this.
You could even do that in
John's
like,
rocking aggressively.
You could even do that in like one of the big, like the room that the raid was in. Like honestly, like I didn't even know there was a viewing room because we didn't go after I arrived, and so I didn't even know until like literally this moment there was a viewing room. I probably would have gone at some point.
Sure,
but like even if it's late at night when the panels are over, or, like you could put up a big thing on like one of those outdoor screens and like have a cash bar, and people would probably love it. Like
I'd rather do that than go to like a rave anyway. Personally.
Right. I totally get John's point. Like I like being able to put up what we want to put up and we can talk about. You guys are my friends.
Sure.
Right? So that's why that's fun. Like I can do that at home. I don't need to buy a freaking badge to go do that.
True. Although
I want an experience I'm not going to replicate.
But there is something fun about like already being there in that experience, and then in your downtime, like in the room, you also get to do this.
Yeah, agree.
Like
also is the point I think for me.
Like, True. All right, John.
All right, we've been talking a lot. John, what's up?
My priority at the cons has always been to get out of the room. So like it was a little different this year. Celebrating your birthday, and so we we get food and all that sort of thing. But it's like I'm paying to be here, and I want to be immersed in the con. And
that's fair.
It worked so well this year because it was so accessible. This also was amplified other years when when we were in Iowa, and we were at an offsite hotel, and it's like we're walking blocks to get there, or in a really hot, stinky bus back and forth or whatever. You'd be stuck
never in the room those 2 years probably
at DETOUR, and you'd be in the tall tower, so it's like 14 floors up, and you're waiting forever for an elevator.
It takes you a while.
You would not go back to your room for funsies. It would be like it would plan it out kind of thing.
So this is Jimmy's fault then.
Well, no, I mean, it was more accessible this year. We could come and go with ease.
Yeah, I was gonna say
right off the con in a suite.
It didn't feel like we were like wasting time in the room because, like John said, it was so accessible that you could just like go back and forth, and you could like immediately step back out and be right back in it.
Yeah,
and it was you didn't have to waste like 30 minutes traveling to your room.
Yeah.
So it wasn't so much like, oh my God, we're in the room, like we need to get out, like. But yes, I also see your point, John. Like, you want to be in the thick of things.
And things are different now. Like, we have to attend cons differently as parents. Back in the day, I would absolutely, I said it at once at the cons, like, if this was me 15 years ago, I would be drinking a Red Bull right now and then getting back out there. And then so you would go to the video room, and then they had a con suite. So that's, one of the bigger things you miss. You go to a video room, you sit there till you can't keep your eyes open any longer. And then you wander over to the con suite and you get some Doritos and Mountain Dew and Pocky and whatever.
Get a rice bowl.
Back on that, get some fresh air. And then you come back into the dark room and watch your anime again until 3 a.m. and then you go back up to the room and that's it, and then try to get early the next morning. So it's it just has to be different now for us that way anyways. So you can function the next day and whatever. But I actually like the way they were doing the video room this year, because last year the video room, the schedule was always wrong or it wasn't working. They were trying to do a few rooms or whatever. This year, it was one room.
Like, what's going on, child?
So it was you could access the schedule when you wanted or whatever, and see what was updated. And there was also seems to be shows that weren't just the normal, because that was the other problem, is like all these shows, right? It's just that the or whatever. Yeah, I'm all this is getting all broken up. I keep seeing the connection thing dropping.
Unfortunately, yeah. Try it again real quick. Try it again real quick while you're
I'll just
connected.
say that I like the way the video rooms seem to be this year. Ashley and I tried the thing, and I think one room showing things that are a little different, not the things, not things that are just available on Crunchyroll, things that you got to buy on DVD or whatever because they don't have a streaming platform, is the way to do it. That's the only way to discoverability to make any sense. If it's just a thing, yeah, we can just go in a room and show whatever. And I'm still the kind of person in that I don't want to always choose. Then it is the fun of having something else curated for me, and then I like the shared communal thing because back in the day, people would read the vibe of the room, and so people would comment and say funny things when the show was going on. And some people didn't do that well, but some people did, and it was a funny thing. You were viewing something new with a new group of people. So that was fun.
That's fair.
I don't like the idea of doing the big screen kind of thing because people can do that. Go see the latest Demon Slayer in the theater with good sound and good seats and all that sort of thing. And they're never going to replicate that.
That's true.
Chris's idea of like, if it's a nicer thing, doing like a projector outside with a bar, cash bar, that totally would hit. Absolutely.
Yeah. I like both of your comments. Like, you know, Chris's idea is a cool one. And also I like that you were saying the video room is showing a lot of more like offbeat stuff that you can access on Crunchyroll. Like that's a good idea. It's like, how do you make that room relevant? Well, you can't find this on Crunchyroll. So here's your one and only opportunity. I do wish that they might make it a little more prominent about how to find out what that video room is playing. I didn't feel always like you said, I know the schedule gets messed up. So maybe we don't publish an hour by hour schedule of what we're going to do. But like, you know, make it a little more obvious about like, here's how you can find out what we're going to be showing, you know, like stay tuned for more info about times and stuff like that. Because I did feel a little lost. Like I saw that there was a video room, but I was like, I'm not sure how to know what's playing.
Sure.
Because I'm a planner. I like to like, you know, find my panels early and mark everything that I could possibly want to see and then sort of like map out what's most important.
Yep. Okay. So we'll wrap back at the end here. Anything like that. Really, you know, if there's anything you haven't said that really should be improved, something you really missed out on, you know, something about anything else we haven't mentioned about cons in general, maybe a craziest memory. Well, just if there's anything like that that's stewing, you can kind of think about it. I want to mention the shows we did try. Talking about anime and stuff. So, Rooster Fight, a couple of cuckoos,
cuckoos.
I think it's never be in a rom-com with childhood friends, sentenced to be a hero.
Yeah, that's right. I forgot about that one.
Sampling for Ashley and I. But what did you guys, for things that were new to you, is there anything of that you'll continue watching?
I'll probably still watch Rooster Fighter. That's pretty fun. It's pretty wild. It's pretty just like unhinged, but I don't think it's going to win any awards, but it's fun.
Maybe in some sort of animation department or something. I don't know.
Maybe.
Yeah, it was really fun.
Yeah.
I might retry Sentenced to be a Hero in Japanese. The English version was a little difficult. I did not feel like the voices matched. So, but I enjoyed the general premise. So I would retry that in Japanese and see how I feel. Yeah.
I think a couple of cuckoos seemed pretty good.
Yeah. Is it the Mafia one?
So this is the one I started because I didn't think I'd be as interested, and so I was like taking a nap at this point, I think. So you guys would know better, but what I did see of it seemed entertaining.
It's like an arranged marriage thing.
I think
Two families. So. Yeah. Okay. All right. Yeah.
That was the ones where they lived. They were next door neighbors. No.
Wait. What? Oh.
There's like a guy
Yeah.
and 2 girls, and they're all neighbors and friends.
Oh yeah.
Well,
isn't that the childhood friends rom-com thing? You ever be in a rom-com with your childhood friends?
A girl and like an orange hair girl or whatever.
Yeah.
That's that one. That one
Okay.
seemed like it was going anywhere.
Didn't?
Funny at first, but
I can't remember what that was even called. So okay. Yeah, I'm probably not gonna watch either of them, frankly, but no offense.
Okay. Couple of Cuckoos, I'd try that one again.
If I'm gonna get back into a rom-com, it's gonna be we're gonna have to Dane and I got like halfway through season 1 of My Dress Up Darling, and we liked it.
Yeah.
If we're gonna get back into a rom-com, it's probably gonna be that one, because that one's really well done.
Yeah, that's a
for
good
what
one.
it is. I mean,
Okay. Yeah, we need to continue in season 2. We really like season 1. Season 2, it started, it was like, I don't know, so
yeah.
We keep going there, but
Mhm.
yeah. Okay. Well, that's the anime we tried. Anything we're missing on the con or cons in general for people? I hope everybody listening, is not too, a lot of this stuff can apply to different cons, and I'd like to know what your con experiences are. Any of them that you've been to, only been to a few. Because I think a lot of people's idea of a convention is what you would get with, you go to like a big convention center and you have a giant room and it's filled with a whole bunch of vendors. And they'll do demonstrations here and they're selling stuff there and whatever, and then maybe there's a couple rooms off somewhere where there's a sort of, this is where we're talking about whatever, but it's completely different than what an anime con is like.
Oh yeah.
I've been to
You're
like
thinking of a car, what do you call it? Like a car show or a boat show or a RV show or something.
Right.
Which are fun.
This is like you stay there, you have the raves. It's a party weekend atmosphere thing. It's totally different. So everyone has their great experiences. Andrew, you've been to a lot of them with me. Do you have a crazy memory or something that's like either something you really wish they could bring back or something that was like very stand out in your memory of years past?
Sure. I mean, number 1, bring back Con Suite. Like you were saying earlier, have a place to like go get snacks, like refresh yourself, refuel. I think there are some things that, could be cut to pay for Con Suite or, bump up registration a teeny bit. Not too much though. Because otherwise, it starts to get a little wild. But yeah. Con Suite. I love that. And it's like one of my fun like memories of like Anime Iowa in particular. Always had like different stuff, but Anime Detour always had rice bowls. Loved that. Bring back the rave. Like really juice it up. Like have a ton of fun. I loved getting like absolutely head to toe dressed up for raves at Iowa. And I really liked the idea this year that they had of the DJ who played like EDM versions of anime openings and closings. So like, again, lean into that kind of stuff. Like really bring that energy and bring that like party atmosphere. Yeah. Because I always enjoyed us dressing up for that. I would love to say like bring Ninja to Detour, but that's like a special Anime Iowa thing, so I don't think I'm going to say that.
Speaking of,
yes,
nice.
So,
JJK. Phil wears his sunglasses at night.
Well,
yeah, that was really fun. I really enjoyed that.
My only and I've not been going for years and years and years. This is only my 3rd year, so I can't really compare it to like cons from way in the past. But my biggest thing about the anime convention every year Well, number one, I thought it was weird that at the vendor hall, no one was selling like any sort of like imported Japanese food, like snacks. What the heck? That's all. I mean, like I like to get some stuff. The kids like we got some souvenirs for our girls, but they were like, can you get us a red bean bun? I didn't have any of that stuff. I was like, okay.
That was really weird. They have more recently. Yeah, they didn't have any like Japanese snacks.
So that was weird. But every year, what I always ask for, please, vendors who go to anime conventions, sell T-shirts. For the love of God, screen print a couple thousand anime T-shirts from various popular shows, from modern and past popular shows, and sell those for, I don't need like a hand stitched like $50 T-shirt. I just want Etsy vendors, like I know they're out there. Come and sell a bunch of your stuff at these anime conventions. It's like there's lots of cool shirts online, but I'd like to be able to buy one. It's like when you go to a concert and you're like, yeah, I could buy this band's T-shirt online, but I'm at this concert. I want to buy a band T-shirt from this tour. Yeah. It's like I'm at an anime convention. I want to buy an anime shirt from a show I like, and I can never find hardly any. And the shirts that are there are like anime-ish, like just designs and stuff, and like kind of Japanese cultural, like cool designs. I mean, they're cool, but it's not like they're not specific animes. And so I just don't know if there's like licensing rules around that. So like there doesn't seem to be online. So I just don't get it. But they would, I don't want like I don't necessarily, for me personally, nothing wrong with it, but I don't want like a print usually, or like a blanket, like which I feel like a lot of vendors sell, like, or like a figurine.
You want a body pillow?
Sorry?
You want a body pillow?
Yeah, sure. Maybe a body pillow. We almost bought a Freedom body pillow, actually. But
see, John knows you.
You're this close. But it's just not something I collect. I don't collect figurines. Like, I like anime T-shirts. Like,
yes.
So I don't know. It's just weird that they don't really sell hardly any.
Yeah.
And there's nothing wrong with collecting figurines. I just don't personally do that. And they have a bajillion figurines. It's like they have a bajillion of certain things. You can just walk around. I could have bought 7,500 different Labubus at this convention. I could have bought 10,000 different anime figurines.
Oh, nice. That's cool.
Just pare down, and I get probably the convention's like whatever vendors sign up. I get that. It's not in the convention's control, and I know I'm just like yelling into the void here, but
no, you're not. You're not, like, because
less of all that crap and more T-shirts. No, it's not crap. Sorry, John. Sorry, go ahead, Andrew.
No, I mean, no. It's totally fine.
Rant is over now.
I do agree, because I mean, one of the things that I used to love to do at DETOUR was to like creep on John and find out what T-shirt he was like, ooh, I'm really into this. And then I would find a way to very sneakily buy it for him for his birthday. Okay. And that used to be really fun, because I would like give John his birthday present and he'd be like, oh my God, I looked at that at DETOUR. Sure. Like, how did you buy that? And I didn't see it.
So there used to be way more T-shirts?
There really did. Like I'm saying, like that was my deal every year. I would just like figure out what T-shirt John was kind of like eyeing up and thinking about buying for himself, and then he'd like talk himself out of like, no, I don't really need it, and I'd be like, you do need it. Right. So I really thought that was fun, and I miss that. I miss that kind of stuff. Like, those are the kinds of things that I would buy. I do buy other things, but yes, that was really fun.
Yeah. So I don't know what's up with that.
No snacks and no T-shirts is a newer development. Absolutely.
Yes.
You used to have 2 or 3 large tables full of T-shirts. They'd be custom design. It wouldn't be like the normal things you'd see. It'd be custom designs or whatever.
But they'd be about shows.
Yeah, they'd be from shows, absolutely. Sure. And then you had for sure people selling snacks. Often to be one person selling something, all that snacks. That's all they did. And then you'd have a few other people that they did that as well. And Yeah, with the con suite gone, that's extra missed because you really have no.
Yeah.
If you didn't bring
avenue
it, like
there.
your SOL, and
Yeah.
that sucks.
And we brought a bunch of stuff, so we were fine. But it's just like we only did that because we thought we needed to because they don't have the con suite and they don't have the So that was. But overall, I had a great time. But those are a couple of little things that I was like, well, that was. I didn't the vendor hall. I usually love the vendor hall, and this year I was just a little underwhelmed. There's a lot of the same stuff, and so I was like,
A lot of 3D
There's
printing
no-
stuff. Has that been normal?
That's newer as well. 3D printing.
What's that?
There's a
Oh
lot
yeah.
of
Oh
3D
yeah,
printing
the fidgets
stuff.
and stuff. That was cool. Those are cool. That's fine. Yeah.
It's cool, but it's a lot, right?
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah. Waifu wear didn't come again this year.
Yeah.
Come on, waifu wear. Where are you guys? Jeez.
Yeah. Well, this is very this con specific, but we did have a vendor. There were Tomodachi, they were called, friend in Japanese, that they had a couple stores in different malls, and he went out of business. I don't know if he has stores in any malls now, but he would always be one of them that would come to the conventions and sell a ton of snacks. I always felt like that had to be his, make it or break it for the year. It was that, because it was his Black Friday. So
Sure. Yeah. It's a good way to if you liquidate a bunch of extra stock you might have.
Oh yeah. I mean, it's nonstop.
Yeah.
So
yes.
And it's always fun to get stuff that you can't easily replicate.
Yeah.
Or make or buy. Mochi is always the thing. It's like God, that's labor intensive. It's not exactly something you just on a whim are like, I'm just gonna make some mochi tonight.
I'm so on mochi, even if I didn't have to make it. So I can't imagine putting the effort into making it myself.
Yep.
It's weird, frankly. No offense.
Phil's got a lot of things tonight. It's like, I really hate this saying no offense. It's like
Phil's just poking all the bears.
Trash,
He's
no
just
offense.
like you too.
Your opinions suck, but also.
But I love you guys. Now that his birthday's over and he's got all his presents, he's just all like, well.
He's 40 reckless.
It really is.
Instead of being like an
advanced
old
age.
grandma when he's just doesn't give a shit anymore.
Well, people
It's
just
starting
say
at 40.
whatever. They're just, I didn't care.
Going straight to
Whatever.
crotchety. He's skipping three decades.
Too old to care what people think, but the things I say.
Take his keys away.
Eh?
All right.
I mean, I was drinking your bourbon that you and Ashley got me for.
Oh, that's nice.
Oh, nice. Very nice. Yeah, good. Very good. That'll do it. Yeah. And that'll do it for our show, I think. Chris, do you have any final comments on the con or something like that? Being new, anything you really went unsaid?
No, I think you guys touched on it. The last piece of feedback I was kind of kicking around in my mind is wishing there was more reason to keep us down in that area. Okay. So I think that's cheating. I thought the room parties were really cool. That was another cool part too.
That's fun.
So,
Those
that's
are
cool.
really fun. Yeah.
Yeah.
I do feel bad. You missed out on a couple Pokemon specific panels. That would be fun. Last year I did the Pokemon spelling bee. That was really fun.
That was cool.
And I thought you'd have enjoyed it.
Yeah.
But there were some other ones this
I would've
year
enjoyed
that you would have liked.
It's all right. That's all right.
There-
It's yeah.
Hey.
There are too many. There's other energy in there, but
No, I just teasing. You're just shuffling through a bunch of water at once at one point.
yeah.
It's trolling.
I feel bad that to me there's just never enough time. I would just say that there's always something for everybody at a convention. It's not anime related because you can go to tabletop gaming. If you're bored, go to tabletop gaming.
Yeah.
Rent out any number of board games or whatever and sit and play all kinds of board games. Sample different board games. You can spend all kinds of time doing that. You could play D&D or different variations of it. Sit and do that if you want.
Video games. Nope.
Yeah, we had a lot of fun in the video game room.
I probably would have stayed there longer if I had more free time.
Sure. Ooh, look
see
at
'em.
those special. Yeah,
Cool.
no, it's
For alligator and something.
is that Kyogre? Is that the shiny Kyogre?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
So, yeah. Been
That's
looking
the
for some
kids'
like
college fund right there.
I don't think so, but also yeah.
So I have these different box sets of some
Nice.
of these different decks
Look at the
here,
jump fluff.
Cool.
and so I'm going to get them
Go through
all.
'em. Love it.
Brock.
Because right
Do you
now
know-
they're just sort of bags, and that
Oh,
because
sure.
I would actually use them to play back in the day.
Yeah, of course.
We
I loved playing Pokemon back in the day. Oh,
I
so
never
good.
I
Like,
never played
card-
the cards.
Oh, the
For
card
as much
game is so
Pokemon as
fun.
I play, I never played the cards.
I collected the cards but didn't play.
like building
Um,
decks and stuff, and yeah. Like I got my plant deck.
We're showing Everett all like the cartoons, all the Pokemon
Yeah.
cartoons, and there's one, I don't remember what series. Is it the Orange League? Not the Orange League. It's after the Orange League. But like Brock comes back and Everett like lost her mind because like they had left Brock. He was like gonna be back on his family's farm and be a breeder or
Mhm.
whatever. And
Oh, sure.
yeah, he came back and he started journeying with them again. And Everett just like lost. It was like a friend coming home, like a literal
Oh.
person. It was so cute.
That's
I did
cute.
not expect her to have that reaction. I was just like,
Sure.
"Aw."
That's awesome. Yeah.
Yeah, she was so happy. Super cute.
Yeah.
So
she
cute.
she thinks
His obsession with girls
His-
is really
his-
funny.
his desperation and latent misogyny is really appealing. Apparently.
When done correctly, it can be a funny trope. So
Yeah.
Yes.
I mean,
Yeah, she takes it very innocently. She's like, why
Sure.
does he like all those girls? Why does he want to date someone so much?
that's a great question.
That's funny.
Because Everett, he is
Desperate.
dissatisfied with himself.
That's funny.
If we have just 2 minutes, I'm gonna do just a speed run through. I have to tell the viewers about a couple of anime to like watch out for that are coming out, dropping
Mm.
imminently, and shows
it.
that are available now that they should be watching.
Do it.
Speed running it. All right.
Phil plug. Go.
First of all, I finished JJK. The last episode
Mm.
of the season was awesome, but people should know that it's a pretty short season, and apparently the next arc of this same cour is like the second half of the culling game is maybe like more than a year away potentially. Like it's not going to be like July. It's not like 2 parts, 6 months apart. It's like two. So that kind of sucks, but it is what it is. Dana and I started Free Run, second season Free Run. We watched all that stuff. Really good, really good. So I mean, I knew it obviously would be, but we finally did start watching that.
Good.
I watched the first 3 episodes of Dorohedoro season 2, and it's super fun, super awesome, super bizarre. I didn't even really remember much of what happened in season 1, and it's like not that big of a deal because it's such a bizarre anime that you can just watch it and enjoy it for what it is, as long as you kind of remember the very basics. So I think.
Yep.
And then Witch Hat Atelier and Demons of the Shadow Realm both drop in like a couple days. I mean, they made it like the 8th.
Oh, wow.
Maybe like
I think tomorrow Shadows of the Demon.
Okay, tomorrow Shadows of the
Demons.
Demon Realm, and I think the 8th for Witch Hat. Those are 2 that I think are going to be like big spring anime that people should keep their eye out for. I think they'll be really popular. So I'm going to definitely watch those 2. Those are on my list to for sure try. And I have a bunch I'm kind of still watching, like Hell's Paradise and Tojima and stuff that I'm not fully caught up on, but Dorohedoro, Witch Hat Atelier, and Demons of the Shadow Realm. I think you recommended Demons of the Shadow Realm, John, but just a reminder, it's coming out soon.
Yeah, I've read the first few volumes of manga. We'll I think we should do early next week another anime episode so we don't get too far behind.
Sure.
Finish up Jujutsu Kaisen, and
lots to talk
then
about.
there's not much left there. And then got to wrap up Hell's Paradise, but it might not be a bad jump on a couple of these other shows that are just starting, so we don't I don't know what to play it by year, but
yeah,
you're gonna have to watch. You're gonna have to watch one episode of the Jamal Williams recommendation in case he pops on.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Okay, yeah. I'll watch
Oh, yeah.
You never know.
That'd be really fun.
True.
Either way, we can tag him in the episode.
For sure.
That's true.
Yeah.
And it's the episode I've had audio problems with, so it's brilliant. Perfect.
It's all right.
Okay, well,
it's real, John. It's just real.
Yeah, it's very real. Yes.
We'll get it in post editing.
Thank you all for joining me tonight. I appreciate it. We have been live on YouTube, X, Rumble, and Twitch. So any of those places, make sure you follow us on all except for YouTube, some podcasts on the rocks, including your favorite podcast directories. Spotify, the video version will be available on there. YouTube's where it's different. If you want just our anime content, you follow Ohio Anime on YouTube. Our live streams will go there, and the videos will go there, and all that sort of thing. Trying to get some clips made, that sort of stuff. And wherever you are, like, share, subscribe. Mike, our friend Mike, check him out. Track Mouse 34. I think he's just Mike Bryant Racing now. So he's.
Oh man.
Busy? We're gonna say he's busy. Too busy to come on the pod, Mike? Are you? Okay, thought so.
Oh, sorry. I disconnected again. Perfect.
Yeah.
I filled in what you were gonna say. So.
Perfect.
Yeah. Killing the Flower. They were our theme song for the main show, Popcast on the Rocks. So give them a follow on music streaming services. And Peter J. Gilbertson, his books are on Amazon.com. So look for those as well. Otherwise, you guys, thank you for being here. Appreciate it. It was a good, successful con. Leave us feedback, everybody, what you think of a con episode, and we'll see everybody next time.
Oh, John, sorry. We can talk about it next time. The Crunchyroll Awards. You guys should vote. Or if you have Crunchyroll.
Oh, yeah.
But then
I'm just gonna cut you off.
What?